Hey guys, it's Casey. I am here to give you another Washington, D.C. update. And there's a long list, so I'm just going to get going. Hope everybody's been doing well these past couple of weeks. It's March here, finally. Woohoo! Which means it's getting slightly warmer, which for us is like, if it gets up to like 52, we're pumped. So, anyways, we're all just waiting and hoping that it keeps getting a little bit warmer each and every week so that we can finally start wearing. Well, I don't even know if anybody brought warm weather clothes. I know I didn't bring that many, but we're hoping for warmer weather soon. Hopefully, all the snow's gone. You just never know though in March. Anyways, this past week, I guess the weekend before too, to start off with, my friends and I went to the African American Civil Rights Museum, which coincidentally right now is being refurbished. They're redoing it and they're doing a whole new layout. So they actually moved it to a different place. And it's really sad because it's just like one room and they just have some of their artifacts displayed. Everything else is in storage. So we did try to make it to that. We made a really, brilliant effort, but it was not to be had. So after that, just to make up for all that, we went to Ben's Chili Bowl, which is it's one of those things they write about in the guidebooks that you have to go to, and a lot of celebrities have been there. Bill Cosby, President Obama was there. They actually have a video inside Ben's Chili Bowl where they show you how they make the food and everything. They talked about President Obama coming to. Well, he was president-elect at the time, but he did come to Ben's Chili Bowl, and it was an exciting day, needless to say. So we went in there and experienced that. So that was a lot of fun. It's a really colorful outside place. So if you're ever in town, go see it. What else? This past Monday, got to go to a Chicago Bulls Washington Wizards game, which was a lot of fun. We got to go to the Verizon Center and watch them duke it out. I mean, it wasn't really a close game. The Chicago Bulls kind of took down the Wizards, but it was fun to be there and to support the Washington Wizards because now we can say we're Washingtonians or, maybe natives of DC. So we were rooting for them, but we kind of knew how that was going to go down. But it was still fun all the same. I had never gotten to experience a professional basketball game before, so that was fun. The next day, we got up bright and early and went to the White House. And basically, I think people can either set that up through their senators. They can get tickets, and you just set up a time. And we turned in our social security numbers and all that, so they had us on a list. We went through like three security checkpoints, of course, and that was probably more exciting, honestly, than the tour itself. Just trying to get through all the checkpoints. Like once you were through one, you were like, "Yes, I'm going on." So we were there, really early and got to walk through the many rooms. They had a library. They had a lot of the special rooms where they have events. And we actually met a guy that was from Alabama. He lived in Hoover, and so he's an Auburn fan, War Eagle. And so, but we got to talk to him, and he said he's been up here for 5 years in D.C. and working in the White House and everything, and we got to ask him some questions. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, so it's a really fast tour. Like we were in and out of there at 9 o'clock. We were out of the White House, so it literally only took like 30 minutes to walk through the entire thing. We didn't have a guided tour, which I was kind of disappointed about. I was thinking somebody would walk through and give us the history and all of that, but no, they just let you walk through and peek inside the rooms and just kind of see it all. So slightly disappointing, but still very cool. Still very cool to say that I went there and got to see it from the inside instead of gazing through the gates and everything. Also that afternoon went to a congressional hearing, which was my first congressional hearing to go to, and this was about homeless veterans. So it was very awesome. We had tons. I mean, the place was packed out. I was standing for the first like 30 minutes or so, and somebody got up out of their seat. So luckily, I got one for the last hour or so. But lots of veterans there representing, and that was a cool experience to get to do that. So yeah. And what else? On this past Tuesday, it was Tuesday, right? Yeah. We went to the Kennedy Center again, and they had a show called Maximum India, and it was basically a group of about 5 or 6 guys that sat down on stage, and they had microphones and special instruments. I mean, I don't even know what these instruments were, but special, Indian instruments, and they were singing, there was instrument playing, there was dancing. There was a lady that had this beautiful ornate costume on, and she actually had these bowls that were stacked on her head about 7 high, and she danced with these things on her head. I have no idea how she did this, but it was phenomenal. And she, in the next dance she did, she took them off, and she was doing all these crazy spins. So it was really interesting. I was having flashbacks to when I had seen Slumdog Millionaire. It was that kind of music. It's very different. I mean, their idea of singing is the way they do vocalises and stuff is very different from American. If you've ever heard Indian music, so cool experience. And that place was packed out too. I was lucky to even get my friend Jessica and I a seat because there were tons of people, which wasn't the case the last time we went there. So anyways, really weird what kind of showing you're going to get at some of these places. Then went to Rockville yesterday, Maryland, for their Mardi Gras celebration. Washington has various things all over. Well, I guess it's mostly in Virginia and Maryland where they do a lot of like Mardi Gras stuff. In Washington, they have, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago, they had the really formal balls that they put on, like 3 every night, and they just get elaborate, more and more elaborate, and you have to pay to go to those. But this is just a parade. It was a street parade, and there were lots of families there. So they had people making balloon animals, they had stilt walkers, they had some high schools doing like a dance team type routines, and some other stuff like that. So that was really fun. We had a really good time. Just experiencing that and going out to Rockville. That was really far out there, but it was fun all the same. And that afternoon, we went to the Woolly Mammoth Theater, where they were having a play called Oedipus El Rey, which is Oedipus the King. It's set back in, I guess, the Greek gods and goddesses. They had these stories and these allegories about Oedipus, and so this was set in modern day times, and they had Hispanic actors and actresses playing it out and kind of having it set in New York, and so it was really interesting, and I'm glad I got to go. And we had like a panel discussion after that about the cultural effects that our teens are going through, and the cycle of crime, and how we as a society affect them, and how how the decisions that we make are not just from within, but they're also imposed upon them. So anyways, very interesting, lots happening so far. I know this is a much longer video than normal, but had to fit it all in, and I just wanted to keep y'all updated. Breathe. Anyways, I hope y'all are all having a fabulous March so far. St. Patrick's Day is coming, Fat Tuesday is coming, and Lent, so lots of exciting things, but hope y'all are having a fabulous March, like I've said 3 times, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.